which is a great place to trap. It's kind of surprised Waunakee let him out of there like they did, but you know, Jesperson was able to break it and then get up the court, and Waunakee had no choice, but once they got in their half court, but to foul.
Sometimes when things get a little out of hand, it's good to have the ball in the hands of your best player, and it just happened to be there in Paul Jesperson's hands this time around. He will head to the line with a chance to give Merrill a little bit of breathing room. 1 point lead at this point. He can make it 3 with 10.9 seconds to go.
Well, either way, if he makes one, both, or he misses both, you know, I guess he's going to get 2 with the bonus here, but whether he makes one, makes 2, or misses both, it's still a 1-possession game for Waunakee. They'll probably talk about all 3 of those scenarios. I would guess that if he'll make both, that they might get it to half court and call a timeout. But if he misses one of them, I could see, especially misses the second one, I could see Waunakee attacking the basket and see if they get something off of a breakdown or one of those scramble situations to either try and win it at the buzzer or tie it up at the buzzer. So let's see how it all plays out. But I know that Waunakee will be going through those actions. On the other hand, Coach Soderberg, he'll be going through how do we defend according to how many free throws he makes. They also have 2 timeouts left. Waunakee has 1 timeout left. So both coaches, this is where they're going to earn their money. This is where they rely on their kids listening to them, okay, not getting caught up in everything else. And the head coach is relying on assistant coaches, just reminding about the things they've already prepared for these scenarios.
And as the huddles break, it is now in the hands of these young men. Paul Jesperson, the senior, the Virginia signee, going to play in the ACC next year. He'll step to the line for 2 free throws for the Merrill Blue Jays, who are up 1.
And if you're Merrill, who else would you want there? Nobody.
Jesperson, the 83% free throw shooter, makes it a 2-point game. He's got the second half coming his way. If
he misses this one, though, Waunakee's got to be certain they get the rebound. They don't get lazy on the block out.
Jesperson up and good. It's a 3-point Blue Jay lead with 10 seconds to go. Staggy brings it up for the Warriors.
They're not going to call timeout. They're going to go.
Staggy looking for his shot. He steps to the side, has a look. It's short. The ball is rebounded by Jesperson, and the Merrill Blue Jays are headed to their first ever state championship game. 55-52 winners over Waunakee. We will be right back with a word from the Merrill Blue Jays, but first, here's a message from your local station on your WIAA network station. The first Division II state semifinal is in the books. Merrill, a come-from-behind 55-52 winner over Waunakee. Our Scott Emmerich is standing by with the victorious coach Kurt Soderberg and his star player Paul Jesperson.
Hey, thanks a lot, Jason. Had to pull Coach Soderberg over. He's leading the cheers here for the Merrill student section. Tell me about that second half run, a 16-4 run. You guys were down big. What turned it around for you?
Well, we got the ball inside, and the guy here that should be player of the year in the state led us all the way back, and he's just a phenomenal player. And but I thought getting the ball inside was huge, but there's no question that he's the best player in the state.
You guys came in 14-11 record. I don't think many people gave you a chance. What does it say about your ball club?
Well, you know, first of all, we had 2 guys that with any varsity experience, Sam Arneson and Paul. The rest were just new to the varsity. We scheduled very, very difficult and actually I probably overscheduled. But I'll tell you what, we've been in these games before with very good teams, which is exactly what Waunakee is. Our kids knew how to respond. Man, I give them all the credit in the world. I'm so proud of our guys.
Well, Jesperson, 16 of his 25 points in the fourth quarter. Tell me about that comeback. Did you say anything to the guys out on the floor?
You know, we just said we had to come out with intensity. We were kind of flat, I thought, coming out, you know, the first 3, but that fourth one, we wanted this bad. You know, we wanted to win this bad. It's been the goal the whole year, so we just came out as hard as we could. Something good happened.
Well, the Blue Jays with a big comeback in their first trip to state since 1964. They'll play for a gold ball tomorrow. Jason, back to you.
Scott Emmerich, thank you so much. Joined here by Chris Wetler. And Coach, as we were going to break, you said the word to describe the second half, poise.
Yeah, absolutely. I thought as the game went on, even from the beginning, and maybe it was because Merrill was a little flat in the first half, but they always composure, always seemed poised throughout the whole time. They didn't ever get flustered through the whole game. I felt near the middle of third quarter, Waunakee didn't get some calls going their way. I could see it coming over from the bench, the coaching staff over there, and then it kind of going on to the players that I felt that they got a little frustrated, and I thought they lost their composure, and it showed in the second or the fourth quarter there. And then as Merrill gained confidence more and more going into the fourth quarter, they just, and when you got a player like that can do it all, like Coach Soderberg, said when we talked to him earlier in the week, that's a big help. And then he got it going, and wow, what a game, what a comeback from Merrill.
The player made the plays, and that brings us to our Wisconsin Corn Growers Play of the Game, brought to you by the Wisconsin Corn Growers Association, working hard to provide food and fuel to America. Paul Jesperson fouled and converting on the layup after getting the steal. Welcome back. We are now between games in the Division II state semifinals. Merrill has punched their ticket for state with a come-from-behind win in the first one. As we take a look at the highlights, how it happened for the Blue Jays. This game was all Waunakee early on, but the Blue Jays started getting a little something going. They get to the rack there for the layup on some nice passing, and then it's Paul Jesperson finding his brother David in the corner for the three ball. David had a nice third quarter before Paul took over in the fourth for Waunakee. Hoagland hitting the jumper there. You had said that's really the strength of his game, and more pull-up action as Jared Staggy knocks down the jumper there. However, they went cold for a long stretch, and that's where Paul Jesperson took advantage. A great move to the rack there, Coach.
Well, when you can use your left hand as well as your right hand, and you're 6'7", come on.
And then more, this time showing his range. Paul Jesperson was certainly your player of the game in this one. As his coach said, he may very well be the player of the year. Able to get it there, he leads Merrill to their first ever state championship game here in Division II. As you take a look at the statistics right here, both teams shot about the same from field goals and free throws, three-pointers. Both teams hit 6. Everything even except for those fourth quarter points.
Absolutely, and Merrill's shooting percentage just grew throughout the game, especially in the last 10 minutes of the game. Their shooting just went up, Waunakee's went down, and when the shooting goes up and the ball goes in, confidence level goes with it, and you can do just about anything then.
And the confidence was good, especially for Paul Jesperson. He is your leading scorer for either team, putting up a whopping 27 points, 5 better than his average. Jared Staggy led Waunakee with 13. We are going to step away from courtside here for a second. Coach Sweatler will be back with the second game of this session. Right now, we're going to toss it upstairs to Jake Zimmerman.